Welcome, everyone, to Strangest Species, Season 2, Episode 15. I am your host, Mike Davis, here with Ethne again for another adventure.
That's exactly what it is. It's a big adventure.
Big adventure.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest of the right now, actually.
Well, yeah.
Maybe not of all time.
No, but definitely for right now.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Does your headphones sound okay?
I think so.
My phone's funny to me.
Oh, okay.
But whatever.
Well, should we test it out and replay it?
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's all good.
Well, thank you for being a part of that with us with our technical.
Yeah. Feeling my left ear or my right ear sounds less than the other one. But
is it your voice going into the microphone?
Could be my voice. It could be that I'm tired and my ears don't work.
Okay.
Could be all that rocking out I do in my car.
Could be.
Who knows?
Who knows? All right.
Alrighty. So, anything cool happening? Where are you right now?
In Spokane?
That's right.
Oh.
But where are you hopefully going to be when this releases?
Oh. Alaska?
Hopefully on our way to Alaska.
Yeah.
But we will see. But hopefully.
We're not convinced yet.
That's where we are currently when you're listening to this.
Traumatic experiences, but hopefully we're hoping to break this streak.
Yeah.
So
we're going on an Alaskan cruise for my parents' 50th anniversary.
That's true. We are.
So hopefully that happens this time.
I'm hoping so.
And if not, whatever. Not meant to be.
Oh, you can't even. I just can't.
You just don't set your expectations high.
Yeah.
And then you can't be disappointed. It's like when you married me.
It's more like when not when I married you at all.
With low expectations.
Right.
Today's an interesting one.
Okay.
I have two that are ready to go.
All right.
And I didn't know. I just kept going back and forth. Which one do I want to do today? Which one do I want to do next week? And I picked one.
Okay.
But I'm very excited for both of them.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What do you think it is?
Definitely something about satellites.
No. Not only is it not about satellites did not exist even. Unless they were from aliens, like ancient aliens.
Well, I don't know.
But we're not going that far back in time.
Okay.
We're actually doing a World War II story today.
Cool.
An interesting one.
All right.
That I'm pretty excited about.
All right. Let's do it.
We're going to talk about a guy.
Okay.
By the name of John Malcolm Thorpe Fleming Churchill.
We're definitely not going to want to say that more than that time.
You don't want to go with the full name?
Definitely not.
So we need to come up with a nickname for him.
Just his first name, probably.
Well, he had a nickname in the military. His nickname was Mad Jack Churchill.
Mad Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, we can
Even though his name was John Malcolm Thorpe Fleming Churchill.
We'll just call him Mad Jack.
Mad
I like
Jack.
that. I like him.
So why was he called Mad Jack? That's the question.
I bet there's a good story.
I bet you there's a story here.
Yeah. We have a friend we nicknamed Eagle Eye. There's a good story.
Do I know Eagle Eye?
I don't think you know Eagle Eye.
So I don't know Eagle Eye. I don't know who does seances of your friends. And I don't know, there was something else last week or the week before that you talked about where I was like, I don't know what you mean. And you're like, I'll tell you afterwards. And then we never do.
I don't remember.
I don't either. But I don't think I know Eagle Eye.
No, you probably don't.
But that's okay.
The snowboarding buddy.
I have two buddies with nicknames that
I don't know.
You know them.
Oh, Mitch and
the backseat sniffer.
And the backseat sniffer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them.
Actually, backseat sniffer, I'm sure is listening.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But I won't.
He's a regular.
I will not go into
details
where those names came from.
Please don't.
It's Vegas.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. It's a good place to leave it.
Oh, man, I lost my train of thought.
We're talking about names.
Yeah.
His name is Mad Jack. Why is his
Mad
name
Jack.
Mad Jack?
So I got lost on Sniffer.
Okay. Do we know why his name is Mad Jack?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll get there. So Mad Jack was born in Colombo, British Ceylon, which is no longer that. Over in Asia.
Okay.
Like
I have no idea where that is.
In a...
or what that is. Like a colony.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But back then he wasn't Mad Jack. He was just Little Jack. Or John.
Or John.
Yeah, his name is John.
Okay.
His father was a civil servant when they lived over there, and later they moved back to England, and he actually got a really, really good education.
Well, good.
He grew up, not rich per se, but with good prospects.
Oh.
How about that?
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he went to King William's College on the Isle of Man, which is a reputable college.
Of course.
Followed by the Royal Military College in Sandhurst, which is another wonderful institution of learning.
Naturally.
Where he graduated in 1926.
Okay. I think my grandpa was born in 1926. Donald.
Could be.
I'm pretty sure.
So he was commissioned into military service after graduating from the Royal Military College of Sandhurst. And so he went actually to Burma. But it was pretty quiet. He didn't have to do much fighting or anything. But he did. So, like, for example, my dad was stationed in Korea for a long time. Mm-hmm. And he came home really good at ping pong.
Because he had lots to do.
Or not much to do.
Well.
And lots of time.
Yeah.
To do not much. Besides ping pong. And so I think Mad Jack had a similar
experience
in Burma.
Okay.
Where he became excellent at two things. The longbow, so archery, and bagpipes.
Oh, two very interesting hobbies.
Yeah, things he picked up that he enjoyed, but later on became important in life.
Well, good.
Yeah. So he did it for 10 years, but kind of got bored. And you'll find as we go through the story that Mad Jack is kind of a crazy person.
Oh, okay.
So I had a friend growing up named Reed. And Reed was a good buddy to have. Because every group of guys needs a Reed. Let's say we were out mountain biking. And there was a really nasty, steep-looking hill. And no one knew if it was physically possible to go down, or even if you should go down. Reed was always the guy that was like, well, I'll do it. And then you could find out real fast, like, yeah, that wasn't a good idea. So it's good to have one of those.
Yeah, I hope that none of our children are that.
Our middle boy will definitely not be.
No.
The other two, I'm not sure about.
I don't want to think about it.
Either way, Mad Jack was probably that guy. Like he was a little
daredevil,
like a little
zero awareness of
do what he wants to do.
Yeah, just
not worried about the outcome.
Consequences. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he was getting bored in his life of military service
in Burma
because he wasn't doing it. He wasn't fighting anybody. He wasn't killing anybody. He was just hanging out.
Yeah.
So he got out of the military, and for a while he did some other stuff. He was a newspaper editor for a little bit. Mm-hmm. He worked as a model for a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah. He became an avid motorcycle rider.
Wow. Had to give up his bagpipes.
He even spent a little bit of time in Hollywood acting. So, he was just dabbling in all the things.
Maybe they call him Mad Jack. Jack because he's a jack of all trades. And
Maybe.
Mad because he's a little cuckoo.
A little crazy.
So
in 1938,
okay,
he came in second place in a bagpipe competition in Scotland, which is pretty impressive. Because
they're like bagpipians.
Yeah, if you came in second place in a bagpipe competition here in Spokane, there's probably only like two of you in it. But in Scotland,
there's probably like 200.
There's a lot of bagpipers. Yeah. And then in 1939, a year later, he represented Britain in the World Archery Championships in Sweden.
Is this guy? He's like good at everything he does.
He's exactly that guy. He's that guy that is just good at everything.
Wow.
You all know that guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Where it's just like everything they do.
Yeah.
They just
Yes, I do.
just good at it. So Jack was good at everything, and he was a little crazy.
It's a good combo.
Yeah.
It's a good combo.
So he's still just trying to figure out life. And then 1939, World War II breaks out. And most people would think, I probably don't want to get drafted or don't want to enlist in the military. But Jack was like, sign me back up ASAP.
I want
to go kill some people.
I want to fight.
Yeah.
So he bagpipe people.
He re-enlists and he gets reassigned to his same regiment that he was in before.
In Burma?
Well, no. So same group, but now they get assigned to France.
A different spot.
So he goes to France and not much is happening.
Really?
And again, he is bored.
I feel like France had some things happen.
Lots of things will happen and do happen in France, but at this point in time,
nothing. Okay.
Hitler, I don't believe, has invaded France at this point.
Okay. So he's
but
still
maybe
bored.
he has. Either way, wherever he's at in France, not much is going on.
Still bored. Okay. Give him just a little bit more time.
Yeah. So he actually asks if he can transfer to fight with the Finnish army because Stalin is currently invading
Finland.
Yeah. And he's like, hey, can I go up there? Because they're like actually getting to shoot guns and do stuff. And so they were like, sure, you can do that. But before he could actually transfer, things started picking up in France. And the war came to him. Mm-hmm. So one afternoon, he's in a small village. He's got a small unit of men that he's in charge of. And they're hanging out in this village. And if you've ever seen a World War II movie, you can kind of envision what this looks like. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite World War II movie? Do you have a favorite?
I don't think so. I mean, I've probably listened to way more World War II books than I have watched movies.
Gotcha. What's your favorite World War II book?
I'd have to, this is the problem with me. I'd have to get all the ones that I've read and then go visually see the covers and kind of read through the synopsis and be like, oh, that one for sure.
Gotcha.
So I'm not I can't pick it out at the top of my head right now.
Yeah. I don't have any books that I can recommend. World War II movies, very not historically accurate.
Iwo Jima and
Letters of Iwo Jima is really good. And
the other side
what's the other one? I was going to say Band of Brothers, but that's not right, which is World War II.
No, but it's the other side of the one, like the same story, but from another perspective. Yeah. Anyway, we know which one it is.
Yeah. Letters of Iwo Jima is really good.
Yeah.
No, my favorite, though it's not at all accurate, is Inglourious Bastards.
Well, okay. That's
Christoph Waltz is amazing.
You just love his acting. It's not like he's even a real person.
Christoph Waltz? He's a real person.
No, not Christoph Waltz, the person he plays.
Oh, sure.
It's not like historical.
What's his name? I can't think. Michael Fassbender's great. Brad Pitt's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay. If you're considering that a World War II movie, I'm thinking more like historically factual.
Yeah, Band of Brothers is amazing.
Right.
Super long.
But really
Saving Private Ryan, obviously, super good.
Super good.
There's
lots.
I have not seen Dunkirk, but I've heard it's amazing.
Right.
Anywho, there's a sniper one. Enemy of the Gate. That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Anyways, it was something kind of like that.
Okay.
He's here with his unit. It's a small unit. And a scout notices on the horizon a small but formidable group of Nazi soldiers heading in towards the town. And so at this point, you have some decisions to make. You can run. You can hide. You can call for reinforcements. You can try to lay an ambush. Yeah, there's lots of things you can do. What would you do? You can retreat.
Well, knowing me and the person that I am, I wouldn't have let myself get bored. I'd probably be building myself like a bunker with a tunnel to another bunker and all these safety precautions. And so I would go in my hiding spot and I would figure out a strategy on how to not let them know I'm there, but have enough provisions, and we could somehow sneak up on them at, good timing and catch them off guard.
That's a really good plan.
Yep. That's what I would do.
So Mad Jack, he lives up to his name here. So this is what he does. He tells his men, I want you guys to hide on the main road. Pick, different spots, all to hide. We're going to lay an ambush on these guys. He's like, I'm going to climb up in that tower over there. You guys do not fire a shot until you see my signal.
I hope he tells him what his signal is.
I'm not sure he does.
Okay.
So he climbs up in the tower. All of his guys are hiding, in trash cans. I don't know where you hide. Probably not trash cans, but,
okay.
In buildings, around corners, whatever. In come these Nazi soldiers.
Okay.
Everyone's just sitting there waiting. What's the signal? What's going to happen? When do we fire? When do we go? They're getting ready for his signal. What do you think his signal was? Give me obviously you don't know. So
his longbow from the tree or from the tower.
That's a good guess, Anthony.
Totally.
How do you know?
Because.
Do you know Mad Jack?
No, but it just. Duh.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, these Germans marching in.
It's like Pocahontas.
Yeah, you hear this whizzing flying through the air. Now, this isn't a normal bow.
It's a longbow.
It's a longbow.
Which I don't know anything about that.
Big, tall bow. And so it means it shoots about a 3-foot arrow.
Whoa.
It's about a meter long. Goes flying through the air, hits the commander right in the chest.
Dang.
Just boom, takes him out.
I think that's the sign.
That's the sign. Now, can you imagine being a Nazi soldier and all of a sudden your commander just took a 3-foot arrow to the chest?
Yeah.
You'd be so confused. Like, what in the world is happening?
Yeah, you'd be like, where? Am I in the right place? Am I in France? I just don't feel like
am I in the right time?
Yeah.
Where's Robin Hood?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, obviously, as soon as that happens, all the men open fire and they lay ambush to these guys. And needless to say, they have the element of surprise.
Yeah.
But Mad Jack, this is what makes me even better.
He is not done.
He is not done. He runs down from the tower, not equipped with a gun, not equipped with his bow, but with a sword, and comes flying out screaming with the sword like he's Braveheart.
I like this guy.
Yeah. And now he just goes like it's like he's battling orcs in Middle Earth. He's just running around, hacking at people.
Nice.
And so, I need to say they win.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Nazis retreat, run away, if they kill them all. I don't know.
Okay.
We don't know why exactly, but Mad Jack Churchill loved to fight World War II with medieval weapons. He fought, and I'm dead serious, he fought with a sword, a bow, and his bagpipes.
I was wondering if he fought with his bagpipes. I don't know how you fight with bagpipes, but I really want to know.
Yeah.
Like you shoot darts out of them?
Yeah. So.
Did that sound like a dart?
Yeah, that was a really good dart sound. I thought there was a real dart in here. Snails mate by shooting darts.
Well, I knew that.
Which is kind of
I thought you were going to say he shoots snails out of his bagpipes.
Yeah, poisonous snails. Freshwater snails.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Which then gives
it's
people...
really late, obviously.
what's that disease it gives people? Oh, I can't think what it's
called. The snails?
Yeah. It's one of the main killers in the world as far as animals go.
I don't know.
The animal doesn't kill you, but it has a parasite.
Yeah, sure. I get that.
But it's freshwater snails that are the problem.
Those darn freshwater snails.
Yeah. They give you worms.
Shoot them right into their mouth and they die.
Yeah. He shoots freshwater snails from his bagpipes.
Okay.
So, anyways.
Don't believe anything we say right now.
Not sure why he was super into old school weaponry.
I don't ever think bagpipes were ever considered a weapon at any point. So
and he didn't really use the bagpipes for killing. We'll see what he used them for.
This is going to be awesome.
But he did like his bow and arrow and sword. And he did like to run into battle
literally
wielding his sword.
Yeah, like Braveheart.
Yeah. So here's the cool thing. Only confirmed arrow kill of World War II is that one right there.
Is the commander?
Yeah.
That's the only one?
Yeah.
Oh, so obviously he didn't do better after that.
Not with his longbow. And I believe that is the last confirmed arrow kill by a British soldier.
What does that mean?
I don't think anyone has ever used a bow and arrow in war since then.
Wow, he's the first.
The most recent.
The only and the most
recent. The only
recent.
World War II.
That's some good statistics.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he did it. Just to make statistics.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I just love that he's like, I mean, what's that conversation like when your commander's like, here's your gun? He's like, I don't want that. I'm taking these bow. I am Hawkeye.
But he was the leader, right? So there was no one
group,
to like.
But he's got plenty of superiors, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so anyways, that was 1939. So he goes on and continues fighting, during World War II. And now we're going to go to 1940. So the next year, he gets the opportunity. He hears of an elite ambushing unit that's being put together. Ugh. And he's like, ooh, me. I want to join them.
I like to ambush.
Yeah. I want to be part of the elite crazy people.
With my longbow.
Yeah. So he joins them, trains for about a year. 1941, they get their first mission. Funnily, not a word. Funny enough. That's what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. The mission was called Operation Archery.
Are you serious? Because of him?
No. Well, maybe, but I don't know.
Oh, that's perfect.
And so their mission was to ambush and destroy a fish oil storage unit in Norway. Now, fish oil was one of the main components that the Germans used for building their explosives. Fish oil? Mm-hmm.
Seems strange, but okay.
So the mission had kind of a twofold purpose. One, you destroy all these storage units.
Right.
They can't make explosives. But two, they were trying to divert Hitler's attention away from the Eastern Front. They wanted him to have to send troops up into Scandinavia.
All the way up to, that makes sense. Good tactics.
Yeah. And so just imagine, you're going to the crappy, cold coastline of Norway under the cover of night in some kind of landing cruise boat, like, think of Normandy, but colder. And so where does Mad Jack Churchill put himself?
In the front of the boat with his longbow.
Of the very first boat.
Yeah.
You better believe it.
Of course.
Because he's a psycho.
He loves this stuff.
He loves this stuff. And so they're driving in and he busts out his bagpipe. And this is what he started playing.
Don't you want to be discreet when you... No, he doesn't. Because the Red Hot Chili Peppers didn't... The Red Hot Chili Peppers didn't exist.
This is the Red Hot Chili Pipers, Daphne.
But he still didn't play this song because this didn't exist.
He totally played We Will Rock You on his bagpipe.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did, Daphne. No? Okay. He did not play that, but he did start playing a battle tune. I don't know what a battle tune sounds like on a bagpipe.
Okay, but really quickly.
You're right. It's a stupid idea.
Yeah, so I could be wrong, but I believe most secret missions are supposed to stay secret.
Yeah. You would think if you're trying to ambush, you would not want to give away your position.
Yeah. So don't you think everyone on his mission with him wanted to strangle him?
I don't know.
Okay.
He was the hype man.
Yeah, and we're gonna get all killed, man.
Well, he was the first one off the boat, so
okay. He's a few screws loose.
He's definitely, but you need some people like that.
Yeah.
When you're gonna go storm beaches.
Yeah, I guess.
So they hit shore. Obviously, Nazis start firing on him.
Obviously, he let them know they're coming.
So what does Mad Jack do? Puts down his bagpipe, grabs a sword, storms the beach, sword in one hand, waving it, starts chucking grenades with his other hand.
Nice.
And just screaming and going after him.
This guy is crazy. And how did he not just get shot?
This is a great question. I wonder so many times.
Well, did he have knight in shining armor on?
He probably had a suit of armor, yeah.
Yeah, because he likes to fight with medieval
And
weapons.
It took him so long to run that the battle was over by the time he got there.
He's got his bagpipes and his sword and grenades and his kilt.
Now the grenades are kind of a cop out. You're
Mine.
gonna wear a sword and can't throw grenades.
I mean,
You're mixing technologies here.
yes, you can. You can do whatever you want. You're
Well,
Mad
he
Jack
does.
Churchill.
So this commando squad, that was their name.
Commando.
Commando squad. It wasn't just like they were a bunch of commandos. Like their name doesn't come up
Isn't
later.
commando like when you wear no underwear?
That is also going commando. These guys did not wear underwear. It was part of their
Are you supposed to be saying commander?
Nope, commando
Okay.
with an O.
Okay. I just want to make sure I was hearing everything correct.
So in this raid, 17 of their men were killed.
17
commandos.
of the commandos. Okay.
But they killed 120 men and captured 98.
Wow.
And were very successful in their mission.
Obviously.
I mean, the fact that you only lost 17 and killed 120 when you're on the offensive side, or offensive, as you would say. Actually, I don't know if you say that. But most Canadians do. Very, very, very well done.
Yeah. Good for them.
So obviously they can blow up their oil stuff. Or maybe they don't blow it up. Maybe they just use it for themselves. I don't know.
Right.
But they do what they want to do.
Okay.
Most importantly, Hitler, after this, it's such a decisive victory that he sends 30,000 troops to Norway.
That's seems excessive.
I mean, it's not just this one,
Right.
but there's enough shenanigans going on up there that he has to divert troops, thus weakening the Eastern Front.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And by Eastern Front, I mean Western Front.
Yeah.
One of those fronts.
One or the other. Yeah.
So, yeah, he just keeps going, man.
I mean, this guy's a rock star.
Now, 1943, 2 years later,
Okay.
he's down in Italy.
Ooh, Italy.
And there's a German observation outpost.
Okay.
They have a big tower.
Okay.
What I assume would have heavy guns on top.
I would assume so.
And so he only has a couple men with him.
Okay.
And they decide, we need to get in there and take this over. But there aren't enough of us. So this time he is smart. And he says, you know what, guys? I am not going to play my bagpipes.
Smart.
As we go in.
That's definitely smart.
So he sneaks in with his sword. And he kills the guards
Wow.
with his sword.
Okay.
Him and one other man take the high ground of the tower. And his little group takes 42 enemies prisoner without firing a single shot.
Wow. These guys are legit. It's
Yeah.
like William Wallace.
He's like a samurai version.
Yeah, it's like a samurai version of William Wallace.
I wonder if he's going to get drawn and quartered.
Yeah.
She says.
That was too far.
Sorry. Ethne doesn't like that part.
Too far. Oh, not don't like. Like,
visceral reaction.
yes, like literal heaving, crying. I've never heard. I couldn't stop crying.
Well, that's how I am when I watch dog movies.
Marley and Me is not a sad dog movie.
White Fang, man. White Fang.
That is a sad dog movie. It's not even a dog. That's a wolf.
Were you some kind of dog xenophobe or something?
Mm-hmm. You know me.
Wolves are dogs, Ethne. Actually, dogs are wolves.
A French bulldog is not a wolf.
Not anymore. Poor thing. That's a pig.
No, that's what they literally sound like all the time.
So, that was in 43. So now we're in 1944.
Okay. So they took it all.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
He's just Mad Jacking all over the place.
I like it.
So 1944 at the Dalmatian coast.
Where's that? The Dalmatian coast, do you know?
Yugoslavia.
Oh. It's a weird name. But
Well, it was Yugoslavia.
do you think his mother liked him being Mad Jack? Do you think she knew about all of these things?
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, I don't know if he had a mother.
Well, he had a mother, I promise.
He might have been born of pure war. Just an elemental being.
Maybe she's like, I'm just so glad you're doing something with your life.
Yeah. That modeling career wasn't going to make it. But at least you're out there killing people.
Yeah.
Because that's what all mothers wish for.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. So he's on the Dalmatian coast, 1944.
Where's that again, you said?
Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia. Okay. I would never. Anyway.
It's an island.
Okay.
And he's with this commando group again.
Mm-hmm.
And they're given a specific mission to take over an outpost that's on top of a hill in the middle of this island.
Okay.
Obviously very challenging.
Yeah.
Because you're fighting uphill, which is
tricky.
why you always put bases and stuff on top of hills, because you have the high ground.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And so their mission was to climb up this hill under the cover of darkness and take this position.
Did he bring his bagpipes so he could make an announcement that they're coming?
You better believe it.
Oh my gosh.
So he leads the charge playing his bagpipes.
I seriously feel like if I was in his company or this commando group, I would desist. No, that's not the word. Like,
I mean, this time you're 4 years in with him.
Yeah, you got to be
You've done some pretty cool missions.
Yeah, I don't know.
I assume you're trusting him at this point.
I mean, whether you trust him or not, and he's had a good track record, you still might think this is the most terrible idea ever. Because it really is. If you're supposed to do it under the cover of darkness, there's a reason for that.
But maybe the Nazis would think it was like some kind of Scottish ghost in the woods.
Maybe that was his goal. Okay.
Maybe. Going back to Inglourious Bastards, which again is not real. But the premise of Brad Pitt's group was a bunch of Jewish American soldiers.
Right.
Who were so brutal that they would terrorize the Germans.
Right.
And I wonder if that was his mentality. Like, oh my goodness, it's the bagpipes.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right. I think you've got something going there.
You know, you're a guard. It's night. All of a sudden in the distance you hear,
oh, no.
We Will Rock You, bagpipe version.
Honey, it didn't exist then.
I think that's where Queen got it from.
Okay.
It's an old World War II fighting anthem.
Yeah, because Queen was in World War II?
No, but I'm saying later on, Freddie Mercury, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good old Freddie.
So they're climbing. Mm-hmm. He's playing. The Nazis start shooting because that's their job.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So he does charge forward. He's got his sword in one hand.
His trusty grenades.
Yeah. I'm not sure how you operate this all, trying to run and play and have your sword.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah. He's like one of those one-man bands.
Yeah. Well, he's good at everything.
Like, but you know the one-man bands that are like, have the thing attached to their foot and they're bashing the bass drum and the cymbal and they're, I don't even know. That's him.
I'm trying to think where do you see
a one-man band?
I think some Dr. Seuss books, maybe. I'm trying to think of any movies.
Like in real life, like Vegas, there gotta be a one-man band.
That's
in
probably
Vegas.
true. There's everything in Vegas,
right?
It's gotta be a one-man band.
Yeah, let's find him.
So this time though, the mission goes a little awry.
Uh-oh. Did they get caught?
Well, the Nazis start picking off commando raid men.
It's not cool.
And Churchill's finding himself surrounded by fewer and fewer of his men. They're still attacking. They're still going. And his reaction to this, so he starts noticing, like, okay, this is not going well. What should I do?
Right.
And his answer is, I'm going to play my bagpipes louder and harder.
That's his answer?
That's his answer. He's just like, you know what? If this is the end, this is the end. Whatever.
Still definitely a few screws loose.
And so he's playing. Boom. Mortar shell hits near him. Knocks him out cold.
Okay.
That ends said bagpipe playing.
Sad.
So he wakes up. It's a good question. So he wakes up. He's surrounded by enemy soldiers. And they're all pointing guns at him. Now, Hitler had a specific hatred towards this commando raid group. And there was actually a specific order called the Commando Order that any captured commando soldier was to be killed instantly.
Oh, wow.
No trial, no questions, no anything.
Just
You
killed.
just shoot him.
You just kill him. Okay.
And so he's a little confused because he's still alive.
Oh.
He's actually the only member of his unit alive.
Oh.
And he can't quite figure out
Why?
what's happening.
Right. I know why.
Tell us.
They want to keep him for his bagpipe skills.
That's right. They have a big party that night.
Yeah.
They need him to
They
play.
need him to play. That's what it is.
Because the Germans love Scottish music.
They love the bagpipes.
They love the bagpipes. No.
Oh.
Can you think of... I thought maybe you really did have the real answer. Can you think of any other reason? Think of his name.
Mad Jack
Mad Jack what?
Churchill.
Churchill.
Did they? Oh, the president of...
So the prime minister...
Or the prime minister of England.
Was Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
Now, the
Did
Germans...
they think he was family?
Well, the Germans knew that he had family fighting, and they thought they had captured his nephew. And so, rather than killing him, they decided, we're going to send you to a concentration camp. Maybe we can use it for leverage. Maybe we can use it for prisoner exchange. Maybe we, he was more valuable alive than dead, even though he was not related at all to the prime minister.
They didn't know this.
They didn't know that.
I like it.
And they see his dog tags with that name, and they think,
Oh, we got him.
this might be worth holding on to.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't die. Just pure luck.
That's awesome.
Because he has the same last name as the prime minister.
Yeah. Well, that's a good last name to have.
Yeah.
It's very British.
So
right?
they sent him to Sachsenhausen concentration camp.
Sachsenhausen.
I don't think I'd ever heard of that one.
Sachsenhausen.
In 1944.
Okay.
Now, he gets there, and he finds that he didn't particularly enjoy living in a concentration camp.
If there is anyone out there that enjoys living in a concentration camp, it would be Mad Max.
Well,
Nope.
maybe Mad Max from the Mel Gibson movies, but not Mad Jack.
Sorry, I meant to say Mad Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think he decided to do?
Break himself out and
He
dig
decided,
himself out.
You know what? I think I need to escape this
Yeah,
place.
he's totally going to break himself out.
Because I need something to do.
Using his bagpipes.
So I don't think he had any bagpipes.
Oh, darn it.
So he actually makes good friends with 4 other prisoners who were there because they had escaped somewhere else.
Mm.
And so the 4 of them say, hey, we should escape here. So they dig a tunnel underground that goes under the fence. Mm-hmm. And they pop up on the other side. And it works.
Yeah.
And they escape. Once they're out, they decide they're going to break up into different groups, go different ways. And so Mad Jack and one other guy decide to head north towards the coast.
Okay.
And they go there for a while. Well, I guess take it back a step. Once they get out of the concentration camp, they're still in a little bit of trouble because this concentration camp is just outside of Berlin. So they're still very much in the heart of
all of it.
Of Germany.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not like, hey, we're free. Now we can just
Right.
go. And so him and this other guy, they try to head north. They, hike at night. They're in the countryside. They hop on trains, obviously not like passenger trains.
Right.
And they almost make it, but they get caught in the coastal city of Ramstock.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. And
Dang,
so
Ramstock.
he gets sent back to another concentration. Actually, he goes to Dachau first,
Oh, okay.
but only for a short stay,
Oh.
and then gets transferred to Niederdorf
I've never heard of that one.
Either.
It's a fun one to say.
in Austria
Niederdorf.
in April of 1945. Now, what do we know about 1945 and World War II?
Isn't that when it kind of winds down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by April 1945, the writing's pretty much on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
The security of the concentration camps are getting pretty lax.
Okay.
And so there's one day that the power goes out.
Oh.
And he decides,
Now's my
I'm
chance.
just going to walk out of here.
Yeah.
And he literally just walks out of the concentration camp.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that escape was pretty easy.
Well, yeah. It sounds like an easy escape.
Now, this part of the story goes over, like it gets kind of breezed over in 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
But I think this would be an amazing actual movie or book.
Okay.
So this time he's in Austria. Instead of heading north, because now he's further south, he decides to head south towards Italy.
Why?
He's trying to hook up with American troops.
Okay.
Like find some kind of allied troop. Right? There must have been closer ones that way.
Okay.
But he's got to cross some serious mountains to get there in northern Italy.
Okay.
So he hikes by himself 150 miles.
Wow.
And that's about all I know. But I bet you there's some cool stuff that happened
Oh.
in those 150 miles.
Yeah.
Through
in
the
middle of
mountains.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
In the mountains. Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. I can make up some stuff, I guess.
Oh, you
He
don't
found
need
a
to.
bagpipe store in the mountains.
Oh, stop it. He found a...
I don't know.
What's the guy from Frozen?
Oh. Yeah, that guy.
And they do the fun song.
Yeah.
What's that holiday called?
Yeah.
Anyway,
What's that word?
I don't know.
Oh, man. It's
I
driving me nuts now.
thinking of naked bodysuits.
Yeah.
And
Hugen. What's his name? Oaken Shield? No, Oaken.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Hugen.
There's in the Broadway version of Frozen, the musical, there is a song called Hugen that's super hilarious. It's probably my favorite song from the Broadway version. It's not in the movie.
So actually, I found out this past weekend that the youth group in the other ward, in Dion's ward, did a Hugen night.
Oh, wow.
Which is so fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
So, shooting a longbow into the chest of your enemy, Hugen. Getting captured and sent to concentration camp, not Hugen. See how I use that there?
Yeah.
There's no English equivalency according to the play. So
Right. That's why I was trying to explain it, but I don't think it worked very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry. Side
I think in the
note.
play they talk about, spending holidays with your family. That's Hugen. But finding a spider in your shoe, not Hugen.
Not Hugen.
Not Hugen.
So.
Anyways, he found them.
But I like it.
Yeah. So he gets over the mountains, down into Italy, and comes across a unit of American soldiers.
Okay.
He's saved. Yay.
Okay.
So he really is. So the war comes to an end.
So he knew it was coming to an end?
He knew it was coming to an end.
Right.
He finds the Americans,
And all
gets hooked back up with his people, but pretty much the war ends at that time.
Right.
So, but when you're Mad Jack Churchill, he was actually kind of bummed that the war was over.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
And so, you know what he does?
I don't even know if I want to know.
He says, "Hey, can I go fight the Japanese?
Okay.
Can you send me over there?
Oh
Because they're still fighting over there."
How did he know that?
Well, I mean, it's part of the army that's, fighting.
Okay, but still, I don't know what communications were like. Okay, so.
And so he signs up to go serve in the Pacific.
Oh my gosh, this guy. He really is.
But by the time he gets en route over there, the atomic bombs end the war.
Right.
And he never makes it.
Oh, okay.
So he's pretty bummed. He has a famous quote
He wants to use that sword.
where he says this: "If it wasn't for those damn Yanks, we could have kept the war going another 10 years.
Oh my gosh, he wanted to keep it going. Oh my gosh. I just wonder, I want to talk to his mom. I really do. I just want to have a conversation with her or his dad or both of them and just be like, we knew
Yeah.
from the very beginning that this is how he was going to be. Yeah, that's...
Those dang Americans. Ruining all the fun.
I mean, I'm sure he is a Lone Ranger in that sentiment.
I'm sure.
Like, really?
Yeah.
You're a crazy ball.
So there's no World War II to fight in. So he ends up actually going to Palestine and fighting there
Oh,
in 1948.
Good for him.
For a little while.
I mean, I guess if there's a will, there is a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was part of the siege of Hadassah.
Did he take his bagpipes?
I don't know. But he helped evacuate 700 Jewish doctors, students, and patients from a medical convoy.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. But after that, he officially retired from the army.
Good for him.
But what do you think he did after that? What do you do when you're that crazy and awesome? You're like real life Rambo.
Yeah, start bow hunting on animals.
So he became a professional surfer.
That's so out of left field that I never, that was not even on my radar
And
at
how
all.
did he just become a professional surfer? He started at like 40 years old.
Wow.
He was one of the first people to ever surf the Severn River tidal bore in England. It's the second largest tidal bore in the world.
What's a tidal bore? I don't even know if I know what that is.
It's like a
river?
It's a river surfing. But the tidal changes, like the high and low tide, is about 45-foot difference.
Oh.
And so it brings in these monster waves.
But how does this happen?
The moon.
Oh, are you being serious?
Well, I mean, that's how high and low tides.
But within the river?
Yeah, so it must be, it's like a river inlet, I think.
So
it's not the ocean, but
is affected by the natural ocean tides.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the second largest in the world. The first largest is in Nova Scotia.
Oh. Of course I knew this.
Yeah. But I mean, he went to Australia, surfed there. You know.
I mean, for a guy who loves to just Rambo, William Wallace, but any of these people, just World War I and World War II it. I feel like surfing is not really going to fulfill any. I mean, there's got to be a rush, that feeling, of catching the right wave and riding it for a long time. Sure. But probably nothing comparative.
Well, I'm not sure you're ever going to find anything that's like the same as fighting Nazi Germany.
Right. But at the same time,
I'm not sure that's there's many hobbies that match that intensity.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking hobbies. I just thought, if you want to keep fighting, isn't there a way to let the guy fight, man? There's got to be somewhere that he can.
That's true. It's probably like a bare knuckle boxer on the side.
Join some other person, some other place in the world that is fighting and just
Yeah, he could just be like
give us like a consultant.
Yeah.
Like a bagpipe grenade war consultant that comes.
Broadsword, longbow.
Yeah. All of it.
Very specialized niche.
It sounds like he does everything. I don't know if it's specialized.
Yeah.
But then, of course, surfing. That's what I was thinking next.
And then surfing.
Yeah, that's a logical. I like it.
Yeah. He also went back to Hollywood and was in some movies.
In real life?
Mm-hmm.
We should watch some of them. Or at least one.
He was in Ivanhoe, which I've never seen in 1952, but I know it's a big movie.
Yeah.
But because of his bow and arrow skills.
Because of his bow and arrow skills, he got casted?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Napoleon Dynamite has nunchuck skills.
Yes.
He has bow skills.
Longbow. Don't forget the longbow. Maybe he could longbow while on a longboard.
Probably.
And just drive by longbow all the things.
He can do all the things. He's that guy.
He's on a country road killing all the cows as he longboards by.
Possibly.
He should do that instead of just surfing.
Possibly.
He could be harpooning whales or whatever you do. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. While you're surfing with his longbow.
Yes.
See, I have all the plans for him.
Yeah. So he
but
lived
not just surfing.
So it's amazing he didn't die in World War II.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible.
He did a lot of
silly things.
Big raids.
Right?
He eventually did die.
Well, as one does.
Yeah, he slipped on a banana of all things.
Are you serious?
No. I don't know how he died.
Okay.
But he died at 89.
So he lived a very
I think he died
long
in
good
96
life.
or 98.
Oh, wow.
So not too long. Well, I say not too long ago. It feels like not long ago. It was a long time ago, I guess.
We definitely need to watch one of his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to your thought on hobbies, I know like Michael Jordan like really struggled leaving the NBA because it was like, how do I ever?
Well, you picked up like golf, right?
Yeah, he's a killer golfer and very intense about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you're just
like
when you're a
who you
professional
are.
person and
Yeah.
that's just like smashing other people's wills all the time.
Oh.
It's hard to do that in the real
Does
world.
he play any of the big tournaments?
No, he's not like a professional, like on the PGA or anything. But
But he could.
I don't know if he could, but he would. I mean, he's definitely very, very, very good.
I'm sure. Again, it's like an innate skill, right? For him, like to be just the best.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an innate skill, but
Or
yes,
like
I don't think he can.
mentality,
Yeah,
like innate
yes,
mentality.
yes.
Sorry, like
Kobe Bryant was the same way.
not skill to be right. Like there's this mental.
It's like you're OCD about being the best.
It's like mental fortitude, but like to a whole new level.
I know with Kobe, I've heard lots of stories where like a teammate would do a move on him in practice and it would like piss him off so much that he would make that teammate stay afterwards and do that move like 100 times in a row on him so that he could figure it out and defend it. And
If I was his teammate, I'd be like,
you go buy me a Lamborghini, dude.
"Yeah, give me $1 million. Maybe I'll do it."
Yeah.
But then they're probably like, yes, sir, Kobe. I will do
Yeah.
whatever you say."
So I don't know. But I thought this guy was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was very excited about our other script I wrote first. And then I did this one. I was like, ooh, that sounds fun too.
It's like Bruce Willis. Nope. Bruce Wallace. Nope. What?
William Wallace?
William Wallace. But wait, doesn't Bruce Willis play like a character that's like some sort of kind of Rambo-y? Am I thinking of the right actor?
I'm trying to think of Bruce Willis. I mean, like Die Hard.
Yeah. That's what I. My brain did have somewhere going with this. Like he's like all of those guys wrapped into one, but then also surfs.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense.
And the model.
And a model.
And kills guys with swords
Yeah.
and a longbow.
This is so crazy. I still.
Maybe he's a really, really bad shot with the gun.
Well, maybe
And so
he's
that's
like
why
too
like,
embarrassed. He's like,
can't do this.
Can't even do it.
Nope.
It's really funny. Yeah, I like this guy.
He's pretty wild.
Yeah, he is pretty wild.
My favorite of all the stories is the bow and arrow, the first one.
Yeah,
I just can't even imagine being there and then just being
right. Like being one of his men, they must have just known, like, we're going to know the sign without question.
Yeah.
Because we know him good enough. But if they don't tell you the sign.
And he might have told them,
right?
Like, I'm going to shoot a bow and arrow or an arrow.
He probably didn't want to tell them because they'd just be laughing this entire time, like, you're crazy.
But yeah,
wild. It's a fun person to discover and fun human. He's a fun human.
The 4 guys that he escaped with from the concentration camp, I guess, like when I was reading about them, the 4 of them, like their story of the other escape they had, I guess is a super famous, but I'd never heard of it. So I might have to go figure that one out someday.
Oh, someday.
Read about that.
Yeah, you should.
But
well, that's cool.
Alrighty, everyone.
All right, you guys.
Have a wonderful week. We'll be back next week with my other one that I'm excited about.
Ooh, I'm excited
Not
too.
World War II related.
Oh.
But
that one's about clocks.
It's about clocks and how the gears in them work. So be riveted for that one.
Yep. It's your favorite.
Yeah. There will not be any
One of
clocks
these
involved.
days, you guys, I'm going to guess the right one. One of these days, I really am.
One day.
Okay.
Alrighty,
Until then, we'll talk to you guys soon here. And we'll tell you how Alaska went. If we make it.
If we make it.
If we make it.
All right.
All
Everyone.
right.
Have a wonderful night. Bye.